The Lagos State Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education and the Ministry of Tertiary Education have held a 3-day retreat on the review of Lagos State education laws and policy. The retreat provided a platform for these government officials from the two ministries to go back to the drawing board and review the existing education policies and guidelines to ensure they are in tandem with modern-day education standards.
We should strive to put in our best, and we should be open-minded, looking at the critical analysis on the surface of facts, empirical data, and then bearing in our minds that Lagos State is not just a state. Lagos State leads while other folks. That means we must be proactive with our laws, with our policies, so that we can get them right.
Today, everywhere you go, in education sector, emphasis is now on how best we can apply the use of ICT. It makes teaching very easy. It makes it universal. It makes even learning itself very easy. We have to look critically into the law and see how best we can protect our teachers. Again, information shows that it is about 5-8 years ago that this law was touched. I think going by the level of the frequency of changes in the world educational system, I think there are many things that will have been obsolete in our law that we need to touch in order to make it applicable to modern Nigeria.
They discussed how the education laws can infuse technology and AI for the benefits of the students.
The right step all over the world now is technology and, of course, artificial intelligence. So if we have laws that do not speak to that now, that shows that the law is obsolete. So that's why we are trying to make sure that the laws we have now speak to present realities. And it is an attempt to carve a brighter and a solid future for our students in Lagos State, because they are not only competing with students in the state, they are competing with students in Nigeria and at the same time competing with students all over the world.
What this retreat wants to address is the harmonization of different laws in order to address the challenges in terms of management of public and private institutions in Lagos State. That is number one. Number two is that at this retreat, everything is in a state of flux. There are changes. There are developments in the education space of Lagos. Lagos as a mega city is growing every day, and there are challenges. And for us to be able to mitigate or provide solution to these challenges, there is need to come up with laws and policies that will address salient issues.
We have education and technology, so they go hand in hand. Every issue about making education smart, which include but not limited to artificial intelligence, have been considered in the new laws. And that is very, very critical, because we believe beyond the physical infrastructure that we call the schools, we must also be able to learn all round the clock for 24 hours using technology.
These stakeholders also discussed how to avoid duplication in the education laws and policies.
If indeed we are actually working in line with the Teams Plus agenda, especially the top pillar, education and technology, then our coming together this morning and for the next 3 days will not be in futility.
Interactive sessions have been going on before today, but the quantum of work that needs to be done needs a type of gathering like this, where we can devote time and energy without any distraction to tackle the issues at hand.
Please let's not forget, we cannot know it all. And I think it's going to make all of us, even though we have been eulogized to have been experts in education over the years, it's going to afford all of us the opportunity to also learn about the laws. Some of us have never seen some of the laws that we'll be reviewing here today. And I want to implore that we limit element of territorialism, and let us also take it as a learning curve. Because every opportunity that comes our way should be taken as a learning opportunity.
New strategies to improve the education system were also identified and analyzed.
There are lots of changes that are coming. There are different aspects in Nigeria as well, whether it's at the federal level with different laws that are coming in terms of improving education and nomenclature of our own ministries have also changed. So there are different things that are happening at different times. So there was a real need for us to look at the law, to look at the policy, and to see what can be changed and what we can have that will meet the future as well.
A unique step that the Lagos state government has taken with this initiative is that how do we ensure that all these laws are compressed into one document, so that when you just pick the document, you will have law that has to do with, primary school education, tertiary education, the vocational schools. You see, all the sectors within the education family.
We need to look at the evolving needs of the learners, evolving needs of the community, the society, general evolving needs of the place where we reside, which is Lagos. There's economical change, there's political change, there are various changes. And so because of these changes, we need to bring up policies that would help and assist the government in carrying out its duties when it comes to non-formal education.
It is going to bring about synergy, number one, with other MDAs, collaboration with other MDAs in order to achieve, to implement the functions, the mandates of OAQA. So that is number one. Number two, it also helps us to update the penalties, because they were so obsolete.
The laws have been overtaken by a lot of events, a lot of things, structural changes, procedures and processes have changed in various agencies in the education sector. So there's a need to review the law so that all those processes and operations of the units in the education sector will be backed by law, so that they can function within the ambits of the law.
Virtually every policy area of basic, secondary and tertiary education in the state have been covered in our discussion. And to that extent, we are confident that we have accommodated the changes that have taken place in the educational sector. And we have also succeeded in ensuring that the future educational need of our students is adequately taken care of by virtue of this review.
My advice to everyone is to put in their best, and they will be in that noble record for reviewing education law of Lagos State. So any reference in the future, they can easily be beckoned upon. And it's not just about reviewing, it's about ensuring that we put them to practice, and we also guide it jealously so that the operation mechanism of it can be felt by the society at large.
After this retreat, it is expected that all educational laws will be harmonized to achieve a seamless management of public and private educational institutions in Lagos State.